Rivers have been very useful to men in all parts of the world since prehistoric times. They provide a source of drinking water, for obtaining food, to fertilize lands and way to transport goods from place to place. Rivers also provide an important habitat for wildlife. They play an essential role in the ecology of rainforests and wetlands. In this video, we explore the most important rivers in the world. We've collected a list of the top most important rivers in the world, so make sure to include them in your list if you're a visitor. At first in the list, number 1, Amazon River. At approximately 6,400 kilometers, the Amazon River is the second longest river in the world. Just slightly shorter than the Nile, although reputable sources disagree as to the exact length of the two rivers. What is certain is that the Amazon is the largest river in the world by volume, with a total river flow that accounts for approximately 1/5 of the world's total. The Amazon and its tributaries flow through Peru, Bolivia, Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, and Brazil before emptying into the Atlantic Ocean. Number 2, Nile. The Nile is the longest river in the world, stretching north for 6,650 kilometers from East Africa to the Mediterranean. The Nile has two major tributaries, the White Nile and Blue Nile. The White Nile rises in the Great Lakes region of Central Africa, while the Blue Nile starts at Lake Tana in Ethiopia. The river provided a crucial role in the development of the Egyptian civilization. Silt deposits from the Nile makes the surrounding land extremely fertile because the river overflows its banks annually, and the Egyptians were able to cultivate wheat and other crops. Number 3, Yangtze River. One of the most important rivers in the world, the Yangtze River is the longest river in China, and the third longest in the world. The river is about 6,300 kilometers long, 3,915 miles, and originates in a glacier lying on the eastern part of the Tibetan Plateau. It passes through the spectacular Yangtze Gorges, which are noted for their natural beauty, and flows into the East China Sea. One of the dams on the river, the Three Gorges Dam, is the largest hydroelectric power station in the world. Number 4, Danube. The Danube is one of the most important rivers in Europe and the continent's second longest river after the Volga. The river was one of the long-standing frontiers of the Roman Empire and today forms a part of the borders of 10 European countries. It originates in the Black Forest in Germany and flows eastwards for a distance of some 2,850 kilometers, passing through 4 capitals, before emptying into the Black Sea. Since the completion of the German Rhine-Main Danube Canal in 1992, the river has been part of a trans-European waterway from the Black Sea all the way to Rotterdam on the North Sea. Number 5, Ganges. The 2,510 kilometers Ganges originates in the western Himalayas in India, and drains into the Sundarbans Delta in the Bay of Bengal. It has long been considered a holy river by Hindus and worshipped as the goddess Ganga in Hinduism. It has also been important historically. Many former provincial or imperial capitals have been located on its banks. Situated on the banks of Ganges, Varanasi is considered by some to be the holiest city in Hinduism. Hindus scatter ashes of loved ones in the river, and some believe life is incomplete without taking a bath in the Ganges at least once. Number 6, Mekong River. The Mekong River is the 12th longest river in the world with an estimated length of 4,350 kilometers. From the Tibetan Plateau, this river runs through China's Yunnan province, Burma, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. The river is difficult to navigate due to the extreme seasonal variations in flow and the presence of rapids and waterfalls. The Mekong Basin is one of the richest areas of biodiversity in the world, which is only surpassed by the Amazon. Number 7, Zambezi. The 3,540 km long Zambezi River is the 4th longest river in Africa. The river rises in a black wetland in northwestern Zambia and flows through Angola, along the borders of Namibia, Botswana, Zambia again, and Zimbabwe, to Mozambique, where it empties into the Indian Ocean. The Zambezi's most spectacular feature is the beautiful Victoria Falls. The river supports large populations of many animals. Hippopotamuses are abundant along most of the calm stretches of the river, and many crocodiles are also present. Number 8. Volga River. The Volga is the longest river in Europe and one of Russia's most important rivers. Out of the 20 largest cities of Russia, 11, including its capital Moscow, are situated in the Volga's drainage basin. It originates at an elevation of only 225 meters, 740 feet, in the Volga Hills northwest of Moscow and discharges 3,645 kilometers further, 2,266 miles, into the Caspian Sea. The Volga is of great importance to inland shipping and transport in Russia, even though the river freezes for most of its length for 3 months each year. Number 9. Mississippi River. About 2,320 miles, 3,730 kilometers, long, the Mississippi River is the largest river system in the United States and North America. The river originates at Lake Itasca and empties below New Orleans in the Gulf of Mexico. Along with its major tributary, the Missouri River, the river drains all or parts of 31 U.S. states. The famous steamboats entered trade in the 1820s. Cotton, timber, and food were transported down the river. After the arrival of the railroads in the 1880s, steamboat traffic diminished, although they remained a feature until the 1920s. At last in the list, number 10, Sepik River. The Sepik River is the longest river on the island of New Guinea. The river originates in the Victor Emmanuel Range in the central highlands of Papua New Guinea. For most of the Sepik's length, the river winds in serpentine fashion, like the Amazon River, to the Bismarck Sea. Unlike many other large rivers, the Sepik has no delta whatsoever, but flows straight into the sea. The river's total length is 1,126 kilometers, 700 miles. There are no settlements of great size along the Sepik River. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite, most important rivers in the world? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.